My father sold me to repay his debt, but I uncovered a secret that destroyed everyone's plan. My name is Selene Navarro, and the first time I realized I wasn't a daughter, but a price tag, was on my 19th birthday. There was no cake, no hugs, no celebration. Only a man in a crimson suit sitting in our living room, sipping whiskey like he owned the place. And in a way, he did. That man's name was Victor Silvano, 42. Silent, powerful, surgically calm. He was what people whispered about in back alleys. Loan shark, underground broker, rumor of murder behind his smile. And my father, Luis Navarro, owed him $214,000. Gambling debts, business failures, bad friends. The house, the car, my college savings, it was all gone, pawned or leveraged. And now my father was offering something else. Me. "She'll be taken care of," Victor said smoothly. "Luxury, protection, no violence, you have my word." "You'll make her your wife?" my father asked nervously. Victor smiled, setting down his glass. "A partner. The kind of partner that couldn't say no." I was frozen in the hallway when I heard them. I'd just returned from my friend's apartment, expecting a quiet dinner and maybe a hug from the man who raised me. Instead, I stood behind the door and listened to him trade my life away for a blank check. Later that night, he told me over lukewarm pasta. "Selene, you have no idea how hard this is for me. But this is a solution. A way to get you out of this dump. He's offering you a real future." I laughed. "You mean you get to live? I just get to be owned." His eyes didn't even flinch. I packed a bag. I was going to run, far, anywhere. Until my Aunt Marissa showed up the next day. She lived 4 hours away, my mother's sister. After Mom died when I was 10, Marissa had faded from our lives, popping up with birthday cards and rare visits. But that day, she arrived unannounced, wrapped her arms around me and whispered, "Sweetheart, I know everything. I'm taking you away before the wedding." I cried for the first time in months. She told me she'd found a safe house in another city, arranged through a friend in women's advocacy. All I had to do was stay quiet for 2 more days. Then we'd disappear. No legal marriage, no ceremony, just escape. I believed her. Until the night before we were supposed to run, I woke up in her guest bedroom and heard her voice through the thin wall. Phone pressed to her ear. "She trusts me now. Yes, I'll bring her in the morning." Pause. "No, I don't think she suspects. She's too tired to run." Then laughter. My aunt, my savior, was just another seller. I didn't run that night. I played along. Waited. Watched. And then I found something strange in her study drawer, a USB drive labeled Dahlia. Curiosity beat fear. I plugged it into her computer and opened the folder. Hundreds of photos, scans of IDs, contracts, girls, dozens of them. And not just documents, videos, recordings, hidden camera footage of crying women signing papers, in hotel rooms, legal offices, even weddings. Marissa was part of a trafficking ring, not just a participant, a recruiter. Everything I thought I knew shattered. I copied the entire USB to my phone, hid the original back where I found it. Then I messaged the only person I knew who could help me, Luna Delos, a former classmate turned journalist. She had exposed a local corruption scandal the year before and was always sniffing around for dangerous truths. Luna responded instantly. "Where are you?" By sunrise, Luna and her camera guy Sam were parked across the street. I slipped out before my aunt woke up and climbed into the back seat like a fugitive. I gave Luna everything, the audio from the call, the documents, the footage from the USB. She went pale. "You know what this is?" she whispered. "This is bigger than one marriage. This is a network." Within hours, Luna coordinated with a legal aid nonprofit and an independent law enforcement contact she trusted. Not the police, they were compromised. The documents proved it. And the most shocking part? My own father's name was on the payroll. He was not just a desperate debtor. He had sold 4 other girls over the last 3 years. The wedding was scheduled for 7 p.m. at a private estate in the countryside. Victor was hosting it. Quiet. No guests. Just a judge, an officiant, and one beautiful captive. Instead, I walked down the aisle with a wire. Luna coordinated everything. Hidden cameras in my jewelry, a GPS tracker sewn into my gown. She coached me on how to talk, how to smile, how to stall until the signal was sent. I walked into that mansion knowing I might not walk back out. Victor greeted me at the top of the steps. His smile was chilling. "You look radiant." "You look rich," I answered, smirking. "So I guess this works out." He laughed. "You'll be very valuable to me." My stomach turned. As the ceremony began, I saw Aunt Marissa sitting near the altar, wearing a lavender dress and a lie of a smile. My father was there too, pale, sweating. All three of them had conspired. All three thought I was theirs. Until Luna dropped the hammer. The moment Victor took my hand for the vow, the side doors burst open. Dozens of agents in plain clothes, independent media teams, legal observers, armed marshals from a special anti-trafficking unit Luna had contacted in secret. The efficient turned out to be an undercover investigator. Marissa tried to run. She did not make it 3 steps. Victor did not resist. He simply put his hands in his pockets and said, "So, it's over." I stepped back, shaking. "No, Victor, it's just beginning." Over the next month, the operation unraveled like a dying empire. They raided 6 properties, rescued 18 women, found offshore accounts, blackmail files, and recordings implicating judges, officers, businessmen. Marissa was charged with conspiracy and trafficking across state lines. My father was indicted as a co-conspirator. Victor's legal team tried to bury it. But the evidence? Too heavy, too raw, too real. Luna's exposé went international. I did not hide anymore. I told my story, every ugly, painful piece of it. And women started reaching out. Some who had escaped, some who were still trapped, some who had daughters in danger. Today, I help run an advocacy network called Project Dahlia, named after the drive that saved my life. We do not just rescue, we train, we arm, we empower. Because freedom is not a gift, it is a war. And I made it out of mine alive. They tried to own me, to sell me, to erase me. But I was never a product. I was the spark they lit with their greed. And now, I am the fire that is burning everything they built to the ground.